Hello, I'm Susan. On behalf of the Highland Park Public Library, I'd like to welcome you to Library in Your Living Room. Today I'm going to show you how to use Google Sheets to create tables similar to those that you would make in Excel. To use Sheets, you have to have a Google account. Once you've logged into your account, go to the square made up of dots in the upper right-hand corner, and you will see Sheets. If you don't see Sheets there, skim down and click on More from Google. That will show you every single app available on Google. So I've already entered a whole bunch of data into my spreadsheet, but I want to make it into a nice looking table like you would find in Excel. Unlike Excel, Google Sheets does not have a simple turn this into a table button, but it's very easy to make it look like an Excel table. All you have to do is select the data that you want in the table, and then go to Format and choose Alternating Colors. And you can pick the scheme that you like. So if we choose this yellow scheme, you'll see we have it there. And then here you can see the colors, and there's really no variation between color 1 and color 2. I want it to be more yellow, so I can click down on the little dot next to color 2, and I can choose a pale yellow to fill in. And now I've created a table with alternating colors like you would have in Excel. I'll just click Done, and there we have it. Now in Excel, when you make a table, these upper ones here would be highlighted in bold, so we're just going to go with bold, and we're going to make them just a little bit bigger, 12 point, and we're going to center them by clicking on the horizontal line and center them. So now it looks much more like an Excel table. Unfortunately, you do not have the sorting capabilities on a Google table. And if I were to choose to sort by column, you click in there and you say Sort Sheet, you'll see that it sorts the header as well, which we don't want to do. But this is very easy to solve. All you have to do is click on the row that you want your headers to be, go into View and choose Freeze, and choose your row. I'm going to freeze row 1, which means that now if I use the Sort by Column button, I can sort it, and my header remains where it's meant to be. A nice feature that Sheets has is its slicer. So again, I'm going to select my data. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to select Slicer. It creates this little widget here, which you can move. And you choose what column you want to make a slicer for. So I'm going to choose Purchaser again. And I've now created a Purchaser slicer, which is a filter that is now where you can reach it. And so I can go into All here, and I can say I only want to see what Dick and Jane bought, and click OK, and it will reduce my table down to show only Dick and Jane. You can create one of these for as many of your columns as you want, and it would allow you to set up a whole bunch of filters very quickly. Now, if you've used Excel to make pivot tables, Google Sheets has its own pivot table. You can select, again, the table that you want to work on, go to Data, and select Pivot Table. It'll say, create a new pivot table. Do you want to create a new sheet, or do you want to create it into your existing sheet? I'm just going to put it into our existing sheet for now. It's going to ask where I want it to start. So I'm going to have it start there. And I'm going to say OK. So now I have it started. And I'm going to say create. And here is the beginning of the pivot table. It has some nice little quickies that you can do. You can do the sum of the amount, you can do the number of unique stores, or you can add your own information. So if I wanted to create a pivot table that would show me how much money each of my employees have spent, I would go to values and I would choose amount for my values. And then I could go to rows and select my purchaser. And now I can see that Dick has spent $176.71, and Harry has spent his money, and Tom has spent his money. And I could also break that down more by in the columns area, I could say, what did they spend it on? So if I put in the category, the columns category, I would now have how much they spent in each of my categories. So here's my pivot table that I've created. And now you can see how much each of my employees spent total and in each category. And you can also see how much the business spent in each of the different categories.